I am kind of excited today because we get another brand new game to talk about. Today, specifically, we're talking about Project Relic Prototype. This is a brand new upcoming online multiplayer action RPG. Yes, it does in fact come out of South Korea, but it is scheduled to be coming in 2022. Now, I was made aware of this by one of our viewers, Crofter, so kudos to you, man, on Twitter. He supplied me with a link to not only the trailer, but a article over on Inven, which is a South Korean news website. It goes on to state, a prototype teaser of Project Relic, the first work of Project Cloud Games, a small indie game studio composed of 5 developers, was just released. Project Relic is an online-based multiplayer action game based on scenarios related to relics of ancient people, and is being developed as a game for PC and console platforms. In the teaser release this time, Project Relic is still a prototype vision. And actually, you know what? Before we go ahead and we go any further, let us take a look at the trailer in question here. Now, this is a South Korean indie dev studio. It's not a really large dev studio from South Korea that has a lot of experience with the game. Or not necessarily with the game, but rather with the gaming genre and the development of a game. In-game prototype footage, work in progress. This is 30 seconds of telling us this is not... Okay. So, this actually looks very different to indie developers that are based out of Western countries. Honestly, this is done by an indie dev studio? Wow, are you serious? This is really impressive. I don't know if this is done on Unreal Engine 5 or... But the special effects, the running animations, a lot of what I'm seeing thus far looks really cool. I wish they'd showed cooperative multiplayer footage of, you know, multiple different players playing at the same time. But that looks to be everything from the trailer. Now, it goes on to further state, in the teaser release this time, Project Relic is still a prototype version, and there is no choice but to be different from the official version, but you can roughly grasp what kind of game Project Relic is. It is the first work of a small project, and even considering it is a prototype version, the quality of Project Relic is quite high, as I noted actually. In the video, you can see the light effect that changes according to the direction of the flames on the field, the sense of action that requires defense and attack by frame, and the overall visual and atmosphere. Park In-hyuk, CEO of Project Cloud Games, is developing the game with the determination to make better enjoyment beyond the normal. And with the aim of launching in early 2022, sponsorship through Kickstarter sooner or later, he said he was preparing to recruit. And I know, guys, this is a little bit broken English, and that is because this is being translated from the South Korean article. But it is worth noting, according to this, that while they have built the framework of the game thus far, the skeleton for the game, they are going to be launching this onto Kickstarter with the intention of launching somewhere in early 2022. I actually have never seen a South Korean game launch onto Kickstarter, which is very refreshing to see. But also worth noting here is that they are potentially going to be opening up donations to Western players along with Korean players, right? Which means they have the intention of releasing, hopefully globally, internationally, everywhere around the world, at least at some point. Meanwhile, CEO Park In-hyuk is a VFX artist with a long experience, and before the founding, many Hollywood films, including movies from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and DC Comics, and Call of Duty series, League of Legends, and Star Wars. So the guy has a history in producing visual effects for a variety of large companies, but this is, even so, going to be the very first game that they are working on, or that they are developing out of their own pocket. Not necessarily out of their own pocket, also out of the pocket of all the Kickstarter backers as well. But honestly, that kind of looks cool, right? This is going to be an online multiplayer action RPG. Also worth noting here, This has nothing at all to do with mobile devices. This is going to be developed exclusively for PC and consoles. This is not going to be cross-platform compatible with mobile devices at all. It will, however, have cross-platform compatibility between the PC and consoles, though, hopefully. Now, I am kind of excited after seeing the trailer. I know trailers can be a little bit misleading, but at the same time, it did look pretty good. I know after they garner enough funding through Kickstarter, maybe through private or even public backing, the game is probably going to change. It'll hopefully look even better, but until then, we really don't have much to go off of. We don't know if it's going to be a story-driven game. We don't know if it's going to allow up to 3 other players to play alongside you, or if it's going to have larger scale multiplayer content. We don't know exactly how large the online compatibility is going to be. We don't know if you're going to be able to do the story with other players, and if it's going to save that locally or online, or what. Because games like Borderlands or Remnant from the Ashes, they allow for online cooperative gameplay and local saving as well. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work, but nevertheless, once again, I'm excited. I'm curious to know what you guys think. This is not going to be your typical pay to win cash grab South Korean MMO crap. This looks like it might actually be an online South Korean RPG that might potentially be worth playing. You guys are gonna have to let me know down in the comments below what you think and whether or not you're excited for it. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Crofter, for sending me this information. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it.